Tonight, live at 5, one Iron Range community is telling a big mining company to pay up. What city leaders are worried might happen if the tax bill isn't paid. Minnesota Power is on the verge of a major rate hike. Tonight, one last chance for you to speak up about it. And the worst is over for those who endured flooding at Rainy Lake, but the water level is reluctantly receding. We'll show you the difficult ongoing cleanup.
You're watching Live at 5 on Live Local CBS 3.
Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Paul Brown. Some major news in the mining world tonight. Two large companies are joining forces as they both explore copper-nickel opportunities in northern Minnesota. PolyMet and Tech American Incorporated are teaming up. Their new venture is called New Range Copper Nickel LLC. PolyMet is going through the permitting process for its proposed copper-nickel mine near Hoyt Lakes. Tech, meanwhile, is studying the nearby Mesaba deposit, hoping to tap into what they call one of the largest undeveloped copper-nickel resources in the world. Company leaders say this partnership brings together experts and money to benefit both projects and mining minerals key to our nation's energy independence.
So all of the metals that go into renewable energy, to wind turbines, to solar panels, to electric vehicles, those are all the metals that come out of these resources that we have out here. So this can really put northern Minnesota and the state really on the map.
Congressman Pete Stauber celebrated the news today. In a statement, he echoed that these minerals are crucial to national security and alternative energy goals. Stauber says strict labor standards mean we can mine safer and cleaner than anywhere else. But those opposed to copper-nickel mining in the region claim only a portion of the minerals mined will go to those kinds of projects. The group Friends of the Boundary Waters is worried about damaging impacts to nearby watersheds. They believe there are cleaner ways to get these metals, mainly through recycling.
And we can make this transition to the green economy without opening risky mines in a water-rich environment like northeastern Minnesota.
Under this new arrangement, PolyMet will stay a publicly traded company with Glencore holding on to its majority interest. They're waiting on approval for 3 more permits before they can get to work at their NorthMet mine. Tech reps say they're still in the early stages of studying the Mesaba deposit. Leaders of an Iron Range community say a separate mining company owes them more than $1 million in taxes, and they desperately need that money to keep their city afloat and avoid laying off workers. CBS 3's Rob Coles joins us now in studio here to break down the impact of that money for the city of Nashwauk, and they're really concerned about this.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, city and county leaders met at Nashwauk City Hall today. They say embattled mining company Mesabi Metallics owes the city just over $1 million in delinquent property taxes from the last 3 years. Mesabi Metallics owned the former SR site in Nashwauk, where they were hoping to mine iron ore. The company had been working to get the site up and running for years, but that came to a halt a year ago when the Minnesota DNR terminated the company's state mineral leases due to certain requirements not being met, along with a judge ordering Mesabi Metallics to pay the state $17 million that it owes them. Mesabi Metallics also owes Itasca County and Nashwauk for unpaid taxes. Mayor Calvin Sari says back in January he sent Mesabi Metallics leaders to pay them. Sari says after Mesabi Metallics told them that they'd write them a check by February, he says the company has made some payments since then, but they still owe more. Now, according to the mayor, the amount owed to the city makes up about 60% of their operating budget for the year.
You know what that $1,029,000 would do for the city of Nashwauk. Without that, we're going to be in dire need. When we start our budget process, it isn't going to be pretty.
According to Sari, the company's missing tax payments have shuttered his community. The city's financial advisors have suggested not moving forward with any projects or major repairs until they receive the money that they're owed. Now, just yesterday, Itasca County leaders say they received a payment of about $500,000 from Mesabi Metallics. Nashwauk's mayor says the city expects to receive about $90,000 from that.
Okay, thank you very much, Rob. And now we did reach out to Mesabi Metallics for comment, but have not heard back yet. Coming up at 6, we'll take a look at one project Nashwauk's mayor would like to address with that tax money. Well, a new study shows Enbridge's Line 3 replacement project generated billions of dollars for its communities along its path. Duluth's Area Partnership for Economic Expansion commissioned the study, which UMD helped conduct. They studied data from 16 counties along the pipeline's route from Canada through northern Minnesota, ending in Superior. They found the Line 3 replacement project contributed more than $1.7 billion in employee wages and benefits over 7 years, while creating about 14,000 jobs. More than half of the workers permanently live in the area. Jason George with the Local 49 union emphasized how important it is to hire local.
These careers are permanent. Those people that worked on Line 3 are going to stay in the industry, stay in our trade, stay in our union, and continue to go on and build projects in this region for 20, 30 years.
The study found Enbridge will have invested more than $4 billion by 2023 when they wrap up monitoring and restoration work. We will hear from Senator Jen McEwen tonight at 6 as she responds to the economic study. You have one more chance to weigh in on a proposal that could increase your Minnesota power bill. Back in November, Minnesota Power proposed an 18% rate increase for its customers. That comes to about $15 more a month for the average customer. Now Minnesota Power is holding its last public hearing on the proposal. It starts at 6 tonight at the Odd Shrine Center in Hermantown. It will also be streamed online, and we will have a link on our website, cbs3duluth.com. Minnesota Power says they expect the Minnesota Public Utilities Commission to make a final decision on the rate increase sometime this fall. In December, the MPUC approved an interim rate increase of 7% for residences and 14% for businesses. The Duluth Police Union is not happy with the mayor's new 7-point plan to improve public safety downtown. A union spokesperson said the downtown task force's plan is extremely disappointing and does not address Duluth police staffing levels. They say while violent crime rises downtown, the department continues to be short-staffed. Some of the task force's proposed ideas are organizing walking groups at peak times of travel, adding more street art around downtown, and hire an additional city prosecutor. Dave joins us now for a quick look at our weather, and boy, very, very windy start to the day, and not sure, but I guess a little bit windy out there still.
Yeah, the wind is the sign of pressure systems changing. That low that lurked on our horizon for a couple of days is leaving. Higher pressures filling in behind. Filling in the air vacuum left by that lower pressure system. And that low pressure system threatened us with severe weather, but really didn't pay off with that. It did bring some rain since midnight, though. Places like Hayward pulled about a ½ inch as the low pressure system left, but the approaching high is clearing the sky, and we have sunshine for more towns than still have clouds. And high temperatures, pretty tolerable for this time of year, running roughly 73 by the lake to lower 80s farther inland, 84, for example, in Siren. Where clouds are still lingering from the low, like in the UP, it is cooler, low 70s there, but we will be rising back towards the 80s for a couple of days. There's our low pressure system leaving. There's the high coming in to bring us sunny conditions through Friday. Next rain chance is on Saturday. So if you have it a little bit cooler now, we're going back towards 80 tomorrow, and likely we'll hold on to low to mid 80s through Saturday. Once we get into Sunday, though, we will start to fall back into the 70s. Good news for some folks, bad news for others. That's the way the weather usually rolls. Somebody likes it, somebody doesn't. And whether we like it or not, I'll show you the 7-day forecast in more detail in a few more minutes.
We'll like to see that, Dave, sure. Well, still to come on Live at 5. Art coming to Cloquet. A Hayward College gets a new scholarship, and a Wisconsin town hosts its first farmers market. Details coming up in City by City.
Get your news on the go. The CBS 3 mobile app.
At MediaCom, we believe that whether you live here or right here or way out in the middle of anywhere, you should have access to fast, reliable internet. That's why we were one of the first to bring gig speeds to every customer we serve. Why we're blazing new paths to bring fast internet even further. And why we're leading the way in developing one of the nation's first 10G platforms. It doesn't matter where you are. With MediaCom, you're always moving forward.
Oh, somebody ordered DQ.
Fernando, he's here.
The drumstick with peanuts blizzard and new caramel drumstick with peanuts blizzard, both with drumstick pieces and world-famous soft serve. That's 2 DQ All-Stars. Wait for 2 MLB All-Stars?
No way.
Ooh, play it cool, Mr. Delivery Man.
Thank you, Bumpy.
That's so good. Play it cool, big hitter.
Have a good blizzard. Have a great season.
Big day for everybody.
DQ. Happy tastes good.
Hi, folks. Medicare Part C plans with extra benefits like getting money added back to your Social Security check may now be available to you in your zip code. Make sure you're not missing out. It's simple. 1, call the number on your screen. 2, they'll look up your zip code and see if you're eligible. 3, they'll check for plans with extra benefits like prescriptions, dental coverage, and the benefit that adds money back to your Social Security check every single month. Call now.
I called to get everything I deserve.
I called to check my zip code for a plan with a benefit that adds money back to my Social Security check.
I called to check my zip code.
Millions of people have called the Medicare Coverage Helpline. Call, check your zip code, see if you're eligible, and get what you deserve. Call now.
Call 1-800-476-5600. That's 1-800-476-5600 now.
If you love them enough to crawl into a play place to get them to come down, then surely you'll check NHTSA.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
Welcome back to the CBS 3 News Live at 5. Here's a live look from the Duluth Harbor tonight, where sailboats will soon file in for their weekly races. And Dave will be in with this week's full forecast in just a few minutes. But first, let's take a look around the region. Lac-Courte College announced a new scholarship this week, and winter kicks off its inaugural farm and craft market. All that and more as we take you around the Northland city by city. We start in Cloquet today, where the city's Artists on Main Street program received $30,000 from the Bush Foundation. Rethos and Springboard for the Arts, a nonprofit that inspires connection with historical places and communities, provided training support for the program. The program focuses on revitalizing Cloquet's historic West End business district through art. Projects include a pop-up film night, drive-by galleries, youth puppet theater, and a supersized paint-by-number, so be on the lookout in Cloquet this summer. Moving into Wisconsin, where Lac-Courte Ojibwe College announced the creation of the Lakshmi Gurusamy Memorial Scholarship. The family has committed $5,000 to award 5 $1,000 scholarships over the next 5 fall semesters. Scholarships awarded to Lac-Courte students reduce the financial barriers and helps the college provide post-secondary education to Anishinaabe communities and continue to advance Ojibwe culture. Finally, we head down to Winter, Wisconsin, where the town is hosting its first farm and craft market this Friday. Vendors will display their homemade goods in addition to homegrown produce. The event is led by a group of volunteers who hope to make these types of goods more easily accessible to those of all ages. They anticipate 5 to 10 vendors for this first event, but are still taking applications for more. The market goes from 4 to 7 on Friday over at Doc Smith Park. If there's something going on in your neighborhood that you'd like to share with us, send us an email and it might be featured as we go around the Northland city by city. Still to come on Live at 5, we hear from a homeowner in the International Falls area as they recover from historic flooding. See what they've been dealing with in just a few minutes.
Just like 1936, 1901 was an awfully hot year. The record for today, 98, is indeed from 1901. Today we made it to 82, which is 4 degrees warmer than the normal of 78. But this trip into the 80s may finally ease back towards normal once we get to Sunday. So if you like the heat, enjoy it while you can. Again, we could fall into the 70s on Sunday. And in between, well, we have some sunshine for a couple of days and a chance for showers on another. And I'll point out those days with my 7-day right after the break.
I'm meteorologist Peter Kivakauskas. Wake up with us here on CBS 3.
Wake up with Natalie and Peter on CBS 3.
I'm Carrie Bailey, and I am the audiologist with Audiology Concepts at the Duluth and Superior locations. A lot of gentlemen come in, they say, well, my wife is the reason why I'm here. She's been nagging me for weeks and months and years to come get my hearing tested, and I'm just gonna go get my hearing tested just to see where it's at. I want to help people communicate and get over the barriers that we're able to get over, help them live a much better, more fulfilling life.
Call today to schedule a consultation with one of our expert audiologists.
Hi, folks. Medicare Part C plans with extra benefits like getting money added back to your Social Security check may now be available to you in your zip code. Make sure you're not missing out. It's simple. 1, call the number on your screen. 2, they'll look up your zip code and see if you're eligible. 3, they'll check for plans with extra benefits like prescriptions, dental coverage, and the benefit that adds money back to your Social Security check every single month. Call now.
I called to get everything I deserve.
I called to check my zip code for a plan with a benefit that adds money back to my Social Security check.
I called to check my zip code.
Millions of people have called the Medicare Coverage Helpline. Call, check your zip code, see if you're eligible, and get what you deserve. Call now.
Call 1-800-476-5600. That's 1-800-476-5600 now.
Tonight, we show you some of the drastic measures people were forced to take to protect their properties from flooding on Rainy Lake. More stories from the international border coming up.
Tonight at 6 on Live Local CBS 3.
Hi, everyone. I'm Natalie Grant. I am so excited to be waking up with you every weekday from 5 to 7 right here on CBS 3.
Wake up with Natalie and Peter on CBS 3. Now, the CBS 3 Duluth WeatherMax forecast with meteorologist Dave Anderson.
The threat for the severe weather has passed for a while, and now fair weather has come to call. And for a lot of Northlanders, that means getting out and picking berries. Our former employee here, Jay Conley, he and his family went out, and they said they got about 14 quarts in about an hour, so it's a good season for the berries. I remember being a kid and not enjoying berry picking, but nowadays, I do enjoy it. Just the same deal with potlucks. You grow into things, I guess, around here. Well, you've got a few days to get out and enjoy the berry picking season because I don't think any real foul weather is going to be with us for a while. Though we do have a chance for some showers and thunderstorms returning on Saturday. Right now, we have 82 degrees and sunshine at the airport in Duluth. Northwest winds going 21 miles per hour, so it is a windy night. Relative humidity fairly low now at 39%, and our air pressure starting to come up now that higher pressure is settling in and low pressure is leaving. 29.59 inches of mercury is the current reading. And there's last night's low pressure system, brought most of its severe weather to Canada and left us with just some rain showers. But some of those rain showers did become soakers. For example, since midnight, Hayward received a half-inch of rain, and this low is still keeping some clouds going for places like the Upper Peninsula. The high hasn't firmly settled in yet. So we take a look at the close-up picture here, and there's those clouds pulling their way out. The rain showers are going with them. The clear sky from the high is coming to call, and I think that's going to be on our weather docket through Friday. Saturday is the day of change when the high-pressure system itself migrates away slowly, allowing a new low, a small one, from the west to come to call. This one's going to be riding the border just like the last one, and this one's going to be packing about a 30% chance for showers and storms on Saturday, which in turn will give way back to sunshine on Sunday. But the 80s we have right now, well, they'll go away on Sunday as well. Cooler air wrapping in behind this low will send us back into the 70s, which is normal for this time of year. What do we get tonight? Let's start with Minnesota. Tonight in Minnesota, the low temperatures should go about 57 to 63 with a partly cloudy sky. Into Wisconsin and Michigan, we'll share the partly cloudy sky over there with low temps in the lower 60s. Now tomorrow in Wisconsin and Michigan, keeping in mind the normal is 78, we'll run 80 to 83 with sunshine induced by the high pressure cell. In Minnesota, it's going to be about 79 to 83 inland, and it will not be cooler by the lake. It may actually be warmer by the lake tomorrow, thanks to the westerly component of those winds, downsloping and heating compressionally as they come down the hillside. And let's move on to the week ahead here, and we see that we could spike up towards 85 again on Friday, so it could be close to 90 for the inland areas. But just like earlier this week, it'll be only for a day. By Saturday, we drop back towards 80, 30% chance for showers and thunderstorms, followed by sunshine and 75 on Sunday. Then we hold on to the 70s for the rest of the week, Paul. And now we are about a third of an inch shy for July's rain totals.
Are we?
So if Saturday pays off and doesn't give us enough, we've got another round coming next Tuesday and Wednesday.
Okay, I see a pattern developing here. All right, thanks very much, Dave. Flooding is past its crest on Rainy Lake, but water has been slow to recede there. This week, CBS 3's Quinn Gorham has been speaking with locals about their experiences, showing us what steps they took in the face of record-breaking flooding.
Well, I'm here in Rainier with Gary Sullivan, who is a resident here right on the edge of the lake. Gary, how you doing?
Getting better. The water's going down.
Yeah. So you're right here on the edge of the lake here. Can you kind of explain to me what you guys had to deal with?
Well, the water came up very quickly, and it was just a matter of 3 weeks, and it was up to the point we have a 12-foot wall here, or right now it's down a little bit, but at the high point it was 12 feet high, and the water was 2 feet from the top of it. And we were getting winds like we are today, and the winds are probably up around 35, 40 mile an hour right now.
So when the water came in here, how far in did it get? Can you kind of show me over here?
The normal water line was right there, but we were running this 3-inch pump, and we were able to keep it down. But the water went all the way out to the road and on the other side of the road. And it was up probably 20 inches on the side of the house, so it was running into the basement when it peaked. And but we got a bigger pump, and we were able to keep it out or keep it down. But we pump 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
So really, this is just one example of what a lot of folks up here had to deal with. This water came in here, filled in this entire area, it came all the way out into the street. This basically became a part of Rainy Lake. And that's something that folks up here all over the place had to deal with as the flooding came up and is now going down. And we'll tell you more of those stories in the coming days as we continue our coverage up here near the border.
Just so much effort there. Thank you very much, Quinn. Okay, time once again to talk adoptable pets, and today's pet comes to us from Animal Allies. Here he is, Charlie. He's a 1-year-old pup looking for a loving home. He has had a lot of energy in the past and still does, and he needs a home where he can get lots of exercise to, kind of burn that off. Charlie is very affectionate but loves the spotlight and would prefer a home with no other dogs. He's very smart and needs someone willing to help him work on manners. Sounds like my dog Colt there, but it's Charlie that's up for adoption, so if you'd like to set up an appointment, just adopt Charlie there with that number on your screen. Still to come, the Duluth Police Department wants to hear from the community what they are looking for in a new police chief. Details on how you can make your voice heard next.
The U.S. Hockey Hall of Fame Museum is for everyone. Visit the Great Wall of Inductees, shoot some pucks, and hit the gift shop. Celebrating the history of American hockey through exhibits and memorabilia. The U.S. Hockey Hall of Fame Museum, a must-stop for hockey fans everywhere.
Here at Nicolay Law, we've been really fortunate to have people that have worked here for over a decade, to have people that are friends, to people that are family members, and that transfers over to a unique law firm, a law firm that wins for our clients because of that unique relationship, that connection, that dedication, that watching each other's back, and that everyone here wants to help each other, and more importantly, wants to help each other's clients.
Get local, award-winning injury lawyers. Get Nicolay.
Hi, it's me again. Listen to this. Medicare Part C plans with extra benefits like getting money added back to your Social Security check every month may now be available to you in your zip code. Make sure you're not missing out. It's simple. 1, call the number on your screen. 2, they'll look up your zip code and see if you're eligible. 3, they'll check for plans with extra benefits like prescriptions, dental coverage, and the benefit that adds money back to your Social Security check every single month. Call now.
I called to get everything I deserve.
I called to check my zip code for a plan with the benefit that adds money back to my Social Security check.
I called to check my zip code.
Check your zip code. It could be dynamite. Call now.
Call 1-800-919-1340. That's 1-800-919-1340 now.
Now is the time to switch to Spectrum Internet. America's leading internet provider just got even faster, with speeds now starting at 300 megabits per second. Faster speeds to game, faster speeds to stream, faster speeds to work or learn from home. All with 99.9% network reliability. Get Spectrum Internet for just $49.99 a month, plus a free modem and free online security software. Call 877-906-9192. Add advanced Wi-Fi to get enhanced security for your home network, automatically blocking outside threats to your devices. If it's connected, it's protected. So no matter what you do online, you can do it faster, safer, and more reliably with Spectrum. Now is the time to switch. Get Spectrum Internet with faster speeds for the same great price. Just $49.99 a month with starting speeds of 300 megabits per second. Visit Spectrum.com to find out more or call 877-906-9192.
Hi, my name is Debbie. I am a Medicare specialist at UCare. I am a people person. People energize me. Seeing their reaction when they hear information, you can tell by their face if they really absorbed it or if they're still a little confused. What is the question you have inside you? There's no wrong question. There's no bad question. Ask it. I'd be happy to answer.
A chance tonight to share what you want to see in Duluth's next police chief. Chief Mike Tuscan announced his plans to retire at the end of the month. Now the city is accepting applications to fill his job. But before they do, they're holding several public listening sessions, and one is happening right now until 6:30 this evening at the Harrison Community Center in Lincoln Park. There's another planned for next Tuesday afternoon in Lakeside, and a third meeting is still being finalized. A local organization partnered with the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society to show their support for local cancer patients. Miller Hill Subaru and the LLS delivered blankets, arts and craft kits, and messages of hope to cancer patients at St. Luke's and Essentia Health today. This marks the 7th consecutive time the organizations have partnered to show support. Amanda Burrows, a mother of a leukemia survivor, says that something as simple as a blanket is incredibly comforting to patients.
We received blankets throughout my daughter's treatment, and we still use them today. I still remember each one, and they're filled with love and comfort, and it means so much to have that, especially from your community.
40 blankets were delivered to both facilities, as well as 10 arts and craft kits, which were delivered to the Pediatric Cancer Center at Essentia.
Coming up on this busy news day, over 100 million Americans are facing excessive heat warnings as cities declare emergencies. And the Texas power grid is pushed to the limit after suffering 40 days of triple-digit temperatures. Plus, the baby formula crisis worsens as powdered formula has reached the lowest supply this year. We talked to concerned parents. And how one special summer camp is helping these children heal. That's all tonight on the CBS Evening News.
Closed captioning is brought to you by Essentia Health Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. When joint pain or injury becomes too much to bear, turn to Essentia Health's expert team to keep you moving forward.
I have lost 25 pounds and I'm still going strong. Super easy. You follow the program and you lose weight. It's just that simple.
If you've got that, don't worry about that. Healthy Systems USA.
Hi, folks. Medicare Part C plans with extra benefits like getting money added back to your Social Security check may now be available to you in your zip code. Make sure you're not missing out. It's simple. 1, call the number on your screen. 2, they'll look up your zip code and see if you're eligible. 3, they'll check for plans with extra benefits like prescriptions, dental coverage, and the benefit that adds money back to your Social Security check every single month. Call now.
I called to get everything I deserve.
I called to check my zip code for a plan with a benefit that adds money back to my Social Security check.
I called to check my zip code.
Millions of people have called the Medicare Coverage Helpline. Call, check your zip code, see if you're eligible, and get what you deserve. Call now.
Call 1-800-476-5600. That's 1-800-476-5600 now.
Sit back, relax, and enjoy movies in the park. Watch movies come to life every Friday night on a giant outdoor screen at Leif Erikson Park. Here's what's playing this week. The Greater Downtown Council's Movies in the Park is presented by Arrowhead Orthodontics and these fine sponsors.
I never thought that you could lose weight without working out, but this is one of those programs that you don't have to work out.
In the first 40 days, I lost 28 pounds.
If you've got that, don't worry about that. Healthy Systems USA.
Hi, everyone. I'm Natalie Grant. I am so excited to be waking up with you every weekday from 5 to 7 right here on CBS 3.
Wake up with Natalie and Peter on CBS 3.
Welcome back to the CBS 3 News Live at 5. A look at Canal Park live on this Wednesday evening. Let's take a look back at today's top story and see what's coming up at 6 o'clock. Tonight at 5, we had the latest on the announcement that PolyMet and Tech American Incorporated are teaming up. Their new endeavor is called New Range Copper Nickel LLC. Company leaders say this partnership will bring together experts and money to benefit projects the two companies are working on, as well as keep mining minerals key to our nation's energy independence. And tonight at 6, Festival of Sail will sail into 2 harbors next month for the first time ever. And planning for the tall ships is one tall order. Tonight we hear from organizers how they are gearing up to welcome more than 3,000 visitors and how shop owners are feeling heading into the busy celebration. And that's going to do it for your news here live at 5. Don't forget, CBS Evening News is next, and then we will see you right back here at 6 o'clock. Have a good evening.